from the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's super prime time. Max, and you're on The Debate with me, Arnab. Viewers, the death toll in Hathras has reached a number of 121, mostly women and children. 121 who came out of a deep devotion and a devout belief. 121 fellow citizens who possibly agonized, were looking for answers in an individual named Bhole Baba, who would conduct these satsangs every Tuesday. Bhole Baba. Every Tuesday he would conduct these satsangs in his elaborate ashram. As 121 were killed in the stampede, triggered possibly by the law unto his own situation that often becomes an eventuality with self-styled Godmen with great political clout and connections. Ladies and gentlemen, where is Bhole Baba today? Yogi Adityanath has been on the ground. He's personally monitoring the probe. But I come with 6 very basic questions. Why is Bhole Baba's mention not in the FIR? Why is this Godman's mention, this spiritual guru's mention, not in the FIR? If it was his event, if it was his mass congregation, then what is the purpose or the complicity of dropping his name from the FIR? That's the first thing the Chief Minister should look at. Number 2, initial findings suggest that this Baba, like rather so many others we have seen, had some sort of private security which guard his extremely large ashram. And it was the untrained private security that began to push and shove the innocent devotees who were rushing, trying to get darshan from the Baba. If this is true, then where are these private forces of the Baba today? And isn't the first question on everyone's mind as to on whose instruction were these private security men shoving this large crowd which ran into lakhs, we are told. Number 3, the Baba is now giving written statements, but he is on the run. He is untraceable. If he's a man of God, why is he untraceable? Why is he running away from the law? What kind of impunity can a self-styled Godman have for going completely underground after being the organizer of an event in which there was no security, no protocol, no emergency services, no ambulance, and where his own private coterie was pushing and shoving the attendees? Can an entire police force not trace this man down? Or are they not trying for other compulsions? Number 4, viewers, and this is the picture of that man. This very Baba is also accused in other cases. There are allegations of sexual assault. And there is a precedent of similar events being held in the midst of COVID. So when there is solid precedent, then how can we allow an open forum to these people in the name of their being religious preachers? 5th, ladies and gentlemen, the silence of the Akhilesh and Mayawati groups stuns me, shocks me, because we are told that Akhilesh was heaping praise on this very Baba as recently as last year. And during the Mayawati era, this gentleman spun around in a Lal Batti car. But for once, ladies and gentlemen, can they just break out of the cycle of appeasement to these self-styled Godmen? Can they for once put humanity first? Can the politicians across the board please put humanity first? Ladies and gentlemen, I come to you this evening with 3 debates. Ladies and gentlemen, two debates in fact. The first, of course, is the situation where you have this man on the loose. And I cannot believe why the state government in Uttar Pradesh cannot have him arrested by now. Why his name is not in the FIR till now. Some hard questions are coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, at 8:35 p.m. tonight, why I believe the BJP, if it wants to keep its vote bank together, has to throw out Ajit Pawar's NCP from the Mahayuti coalition in Maharashtra, because this man, Nawab Malik, is accused of links with the underworld. How can Devendra Fadnavis or the BJP top leadership in Delhi even think of allowing that? At 9 o'clock tonight, I will analyze. I've looked at Narendra Modi's speeches in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha today. The indicators of what Narendra Modi's government will be like. Many of you liked my analysis yesterday. I'll go further into detail on that today and tell you the Modi 3.0 indicators. That is at 9 o'clock. But for now, let me begin with the headlines this evening. More than 120 innocent lives lost in Hathras, but there is no accountability whatsoever. The self-styled Godman is on the run. His name has not yet been added to the FIR. No arrests have been made. Complete failure on the part of the administration so far. And the Godman in hiding releases a statement now, but he's nowhere to be found. The Godman is trying to brush his hands off with the left the venue long ago defense. The Godman is trying to shift the blame on anti-social elements. Why doesn't he come clean and take accountability first? It's an ideological test yet again for the BJP in Maharashtra. Underworld-linked Nawab Malik has been formally brought into the NCP by Ajit Pawar, and by extension, therefore, into the BJP alliance. Fadnavis is really unhappy. He's writing letters. But why doesn't he act? Will the move cast a shadow on the Mahayuti? Will the BJP act or accept the ties with the Dawood-linked Nawab Malik?
देश देख रहा है, झूठ फैलाने वालों की सत्य सुनने की ताकत भी नहीं होती है.
2 days, two very, very fiery speeches. The Prime Minister has set the tempo for Modi 3.0, sloganeering protests, hooting, and even walking out. The cornered opposition has run out of comebacks after the Prime Minister's point-by-point rebuttal. Ladies and gentlemen, first I want to begin this evening with the events in Hathras, where as of tonight, as I said in the introduction of the program, over 120 innocent lives were lost in a stampede after a satsang held by a self-styled godman called Bhole Baba. As authorities face mounting scrutiny over their handling of the incident, questions arise over the very absence of this Godman, about why his name is not even in the FIR, can you believe it? And his political links. Are those political links responsible for his getting away so far? And if an individual is not even questioned for an incident like this, then what message are we sending to citizens across the country? Let's debate.
In a tragic incident that has shocked the nation, over 120 people lost their lives in Hathras, Uttar Pradesh, in a stampede while attempting to collect holy dust scattered by a so-called spiritual leader known as Bhole Baba. Authorities are facing scrutiny over their handling of such events involving influential figures like the Godmen.
मेरी मम्मी मम्मी के साथ कोई और भी गया था?
हमारे बोलना में आते 5-6 जने आए थे संग में।
किसको किसको चोट लगी? क्या हुआ? आपकी मम्मी
को लगी गाली, मम्मी मेरी नहीं।
मम्मी आप इस दुनिया में नहीं है?
मम्मी नहीं है, मम्मी ना रही है, मम्मी ना है मेरी।
यहाँ पर यूटर्न है, ये यूटर्न के पब्लिक यहाँ से काफ़ी मात्रा में निकली। यहाँ चारों तरफ वाहनों का जरावड़ा था, काफ़ी वाहन रुके हुए थे, इधर भी उधर भी, रॉन्ग टाइम भी वाहन रुके हुए थे। पब्लिक ने पीछे से जो प्रेशर मारा, पब्लिक यहाँ गिरी खाई में, पीछे से लोग चढ़ते गए भगदड़ के सुनते हुए।
However, criticism has mounted on the police over the absence of Bhole Baba's name in the FIR, raising concerns about potential political affiliations and connections.
121 lives have been lost. Why there is no FIR against Bhole Baba? Why there is no FIR against Bhole Baba? Mr. DM, you will have to answer my question. You will have to answer my question. Mr. DM, you will have to answer my question. 121 lives have been lost. 121 lives have been lost. Why there is no FIR against Bhole Baba? 24 hours have been passed. Why there is no FIR? Why there have been no arrests made so far? What we have been seeing that there have been no arrests so far. 24 hours have passed. 24 hours passed, but there is no arrest. Zero arrest हुए हैं। 24 घंटे पास हो चुके हैं, जीरो अरेस्ट हुए हैं। आप उनसे पूछना, You are the SDM. You will have to answer the question. You are the SDM. You will have to answer the question. You can't do it like this.
Reports have suggested a link between Bhole Baba and former Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, where he is seen purportedly acknowledging the spiritual leader's influence on political fortunes.
नारायण साकार हरि की कृपा से जहां कल बिल्कुल दिन नहीं खुला था, आज आपकी कृपा की वजह से बादल छट गए हैं, धुंध हट गई है और हम लोगों को थोड़ी आपके दर्शन से राहत मिल रही है।
Amidst these developments, questions are being raised about the prioritization of caste politics over humanitarian concerns.
दुखद और दर्दनाक घटनाओं में भी वे राजनीति ढूंढते हैं और ऐसे लोगों की ये फितरत है कि चोरी भी और सीना चोरी भी। यह हर व्यक्ति जानता है कि सज्जन के फोटो किसके साथ में है।
With the Baba's name missing from the FIR and with Akhilesh's video now coming back to haunt him, questions are being raised on whether SP's influence is shielding the absconding self-styled Godman. Godmen cannot be allowed to escape accountability under the garb of religion. The main question is politics more important than humanity?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by Major Ashish Chaturvedi of the Samajwadi Party, Sharad Trivedi of the BJP, Karan Verma, Yashovardhan Azad, former Special Director, Intelligence Bureau and former IPS, very senior officer, and Ratnakar Tripathi of the Congress Party. Major Ashish Trivedi, it is believed, now there is evidence that this person, Suraj Pal, who was a sub-inspector and then became a spiritual leader and calls himself Bhole Baba and got his big ashram in Mainpuri, that he is very, 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 very close to the India Alliance. That it is generally believed that he uses his influence to get votes for the India Alliance. He is a quasi-political leader from the Jatav community, and Akhilesh and India Alliance are trying to get the Jatav vote from Mayawati. And he therefore has your support. Now, can you deny any of this? Because I saw video, आपने भी देखा होगा शरद त्रिवेदी जी, करण, जहाँ पे इस व्यक्ति विशेष के बारे में कहते हैं अखिलेश जी कि ये नारायण हरि जी हैं, जो सूरजपाल अपने आप को कहते हैं, भोले बाबा कहते हैं। इनके कृपा के कारण बारिश भी शुरू हो जाती है। इनकी कृपा दृष्टि से दुनिया चलती है, बारिश भी होती है, मौसम भी बदलते हैं। And today, very interestingly, Karan, please notice that Akhilesh is quiet, finger on the lips. We want his votes. Even now, you see, Ratnakar ji is quiet. Major Ashish Chaturvedi is quiet. Otherwise, after saying so many things, they would have responded by now. But they can't speak against him. Akhilesh has not demanded his arrest. Tell me, Major Ashish Chaturvedi, has Akhilesh demanded his arrest?
Have you called my name yet?
No. I'm asking Major Ashish Chaturvedi first. Has Akhilesh demanded his arrest?
Why did you take my name?
Because I saw that you were very quiet.
Arnab Goswami ji, why to be so much personal?
No, nothing personal. I said you are
quiet. नाम
quiet.
लिया, आपने मुझसे पूछा.
मैं पहले मेजर आशीष जी से पूछता हूँ, फिर आपको भी
मेरा नाम बीच में मत घसीटिए ना.
Major Chaturvedi, do you believe, does Samajwadi Party believe that he should be arrested?
Surprising thing, the most surprising thing
Volume.
which has
Louder,
come
please,
to
fall
light
back in the
is
studio.
that the police and
I
the
can't hear him.
administration have not named the person in the FIR. So why will the police be looking for him when they have not named him in the FIR? So as per the administration and the police of Hathras, the gentleman has already been given a clean sheet. So that shows the intent and the action being taken. To blame it on Akhilesh Yadav, how is the administration and the police taking orders from Yogi Adityanath or Akhilesh Yadav? They are taking orders from Yogi Adityanath because he happens to be the current chief
चौंकाने वाली
minister.
बात है, क्या इसके पीछे is the reason? Major Chaturvedi, you are right to some extent. Sharad Trivedi ji, is the BJP also decided, is Yogi Adityanath decided that we will not name him, otherwise the Jatav vote will go against? You know, I feel that when anybody does anything wrong, you should have the bulldozer approach. I support the bulldozer approach. By now, if he had not been an influential caste community leader, you would have bulldozed his ashram. But about him, you are refusing to have the bulldozer approach. Because maybe you think that if you name him, there will be, his followers will go crazy. You will lose the Jatav vote. It will become an issue for the upcoming 2027 UP elections. You not named him in the FIR. Can you believe it, Mr. Trivedi? You not named him in the FIR. Why?
Arnab, first of all, my prayers are with the bereaved and with those who are injured, and hopefully the injured are not in any serious situation. They are going to recover.
So 121 people have died.
Yes.
You've not named Suraj Pal Singh in the FIR.
The FIR is lodged against the organizers, not the invitee. So,
what do you mean invitee? It is his event.
No,
it is his event.
Has already been launched.
Sir, I'll show you the poster. People have come in his name.
No, a civil and a judicial inquiry, both have been ordered. Additional Director General Agra and Commissioner Aligarh Division are
So what is there to investigate? The man ran away. He had a private army. His private army pushed the people and his devotees ran apparently to collect the dust over which his car drove because it was seen to be some kind of an offering. They are so superstitious. His private army pushed the people came for him. You are not having an FIR against him. You see, these are the things. No. You want why don't you say, okay, I don't think you will lose the Jatav vote by arresting him.
We are not going to spare anybody. We are just
you will
waiting
spare him. You've decided to spare him.
Come out, and we are going to act against no matter the person who or
121 people die. You have not named him in the FIR. I don't understand this. What are you doing, Mr. Trivedi? I'll let Ratnakar Trivedi come at this point, but I'm deeply uncomfortable with this attitude. You see, Yogi Adityanath is saying, rightly so, he's saying that we all know who is responsible, and the Akhilesh is the man who's close to him. But if Yogi Adityanath is saying that, then why is Yogi Adityanath's police not naming him in the FIR? Nobody has any answers tonight. 121 people die in this country and nobody is named in the FIR. Yashovardhan Azad, I'm flabbergasted tonight. My viewers are flabbergasted. I'm going to open the phone lines on this. I'm going to open the phone lines. Please open the lines. Yashovardhan Azad, what's going on here?
Yes, Arnab, I'm equally surprised as you are. First of all, let me appreciate your introduction where you did not go by the stereotype view and start attacking the police and district administration and everyone else except the Godman who has organized this. I'm distressed as an ex-cop to see that the Babas still rule the roost in this country and the politicians for their vote banks don't do anything against them. Now, my first point is, this Baba, whatever he's called, Bhole or not Bhole, is the man who knew very well that the people are coming in his name. The congregation has been organized. Every Tuesday he used to do it. He knew that in this heat, the arrangements are not proper because this has happened even before Arnab. That is number one. When you don't have the adequate facilities and then you organize something for this and get a crowd of about 2 lakhs, and the most important is that when his own sevadars are virtual goons, there's another information, Arnab, by the way. I hope you know that these sevadars don't want the police to even interfere with the arrangements inside. They don't want anyone from the district administration because inside they have their own show. They have their own set-up systems where people pay obeisance, the chandas increase more. And when exactly at that point of time, in that heat, people wanted to go, they were prevented by the sevadars because they said the Babaji has to go. There were some people who wanted to touch his feet. And in that melee, when they were being pushed back, that is what led to this stampede and people fell in the drains beyond. And therefore, in this particular case, Baba, where he's doing programs everywhere, was fully in the knowledge that when you don't have adequate precautions, when you don't have adequate facilities, you cannot be allowed to hold this samagan. All over the world, whenever you call people for a private function, this is not a state function, this is not for a social cause, then you have to make your own arrangements. The police arrangements have to be outside. This man ran away from that spot.
He ran away.
His sevadars ran away. And that's why today he should be named in the FIR, and I'm sure he'll be named, Arnab, very soon. And he should be arrested and he should be convicted.
Viewers, you will see on the picture out there on the screen, keep it full frame, please. You will see a tweet of Akhilesh Yadav, I'm not sure of the name, where he's talking about attending an event of this individual who calls himself Bhole Baba and whose name is Suraj Pal Singh, sometimes called Narayan Sakar Hari or Sakar Vishwa Hari और भोले बाबा और सूरज पाल सिंह, और इस पे देखिए रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी किस तरह से प्रमोशन हो रही है अखिलेश यादव की. Today, viewers, Karan, let me tell you, the India Alliance is a very convenient relationship with its fellow parties. Today, Ratnakar Tripathi will say, please ask the Samajwadi Party. Can I run that on the screen? But he sees this as well. This is open promotion, a political promotion, a semi-political activity, and the promotion of Akhilesh by this individual. So while I hold the Yogi government guilty of not acting yet, this explains the Congress party and Akhilesh going quiet on this issue. Completely quiet, because they know their links and they know they depend on these Godmen for votes. Ratnakar Tripathi, when will this dependence end? When will this dependence end?
First of all, my heartfelt condolence to all who have lost their, everything. And I just checked to the date. It is 3rd July 2024. Your introduction gave me the impression that it seems that state is run by Akhilesh Yadav. The police is under the pressure
tweet
of
was by
Akhilesh
whom?
Yadav.
Can someone tell me the date of the... What are your comments on that tweet? One minute, this tweet was which date?
If you don't want me to talk, don't invite me.
No, this tweet was which date?
No,
what
don't.
was in the context
let
of?
First complete. This is the courtesy. This is the courtesy. You first let me complete. So the DM is so defiant and arrogant.
The elections in UP.
The deputy SP is numbing your reporter. So Akhilesh Yadav is running the administration. Who is running?
This picture, by the way, Ratnakar Tripathi, I checked. Is of January 2023. Karan, when were the UP elections held? When were the UP elections? 1 minute. Just 1 minute. When were the UP elections held?
Arnab, I want to give this some context.
No, Karan, 1 minute. When were the UP elections held?
After
when were the UP elections
2022?
No. When were the UP
elections?
Dr. Goswami, if you don't let me speak, I will keep quiet.
After 2022, Arnab, Akhilesh Yadav has constantly been wooing this subcaste that you mentioned, the Jatav subcaste. He has been constantly wooing that vote bank, and he has constantly been wooing all those Godmen who stand with them. This is exactly why he's patronized this Godman, this shameless Godman, I would say, who has deserted his devotees, left them high and dry to die, and he's escorted away. And Akhilesh Yadav has not mentioned him by his name even once since yesterday. Not once has Akhilesh Yadav said that this man has blood on his hands.
Is that true?
And that shows his vote bank politics. Nothing but vote bank politics. So driven are Akhilesh and Rahul Gandhi by this vote bank politics that they are ready to play politics over dead bodies. This is the shamelessness that they've descended to.
Is it true?
They have not mentioned this man once.
1 minute.
Once they've not mentioned.
Ratnakar Tripathi, let me go back to you. Did this man help transfer?
What about the administration? What about the DM? What about Yogi? What is he doing? What is he doing? Huh? Have you sent him red roses?
So he has hit the ground.
Why don't you send red roses to Yogi Adityanath?
Of course, we are asking hard questions.
Ratnakar, don't forget to send red roses. You have shown your mentality also.
Is Akhilesh Yadav dictating the terms in the government?
Sharat Trivedi, why don't you?
I think these people are not even aware who's running the UP government. They are sitting on debate, yet they are not even aware who's running the administration.
Major Chaturvedi, 1 minute.
Who's running the government?
Major Chaturvedi, I got your point, and therefore I will ask the BJP spokesperson yet again. No, 1 minute. Mr. Trivedi, you are saying, your party is saying that Akhilesh is supporting this person because he helps transfer a community's vote to him. He may have been supporting Mayawati earlier because earlier he was a Mayawati supporter. Now he's left Mayawati and has gone to Samajwadi Party. So obviously he's an influential man in the sense that most people, religious leaders are. But you see, Mr. Trivedi, people vote for a party, not for religious leaders. Are these the real powers in Uttar Pradesh? Have you succumbed to caste politics? Are you afraid of acting against him because you will never get this vote? Because you will move the Jatav vote more towards the Samajwadi Party? If so, take a risk. Arrest him. Otherwise, I will get a feeling that he's held your state to ransom.
Arnab, I've assured you that with two inquiries, including one with senior High Court judge, we are going to nail the guilty. We are going to hang the person. The heads are going to roll this time. We are not going to spare anybody. We'll deal with politics later. But here there is a criminal investigation. Let's get the witnesses report. Let's get the administration to give us the feedback.
But why is it that? Why is it? No, are you listen? 1 second, sir. Sir, let me. You know what happens, you make these promises and then on the eve of the Haryana elections, Ram Rahim goes and gets parole. He's out every time before a Haryana election. You people make the promises on television. Am I right? Yashovardhan ji? There's a deal they do. The political parties do a deal with these guys. And then you say, why do the IPS officer not listen to me? Am I right, Yashovardhan Azad? Mr. Azad, can you unmute yourself? Can I hear him? On air, please. Mr. Azad is on air, please. Thank you. Mr. Azad, yes, on air, please. He's speaking. Thank you, producers. Yeah. Mr. Azad.
Can you hear me now?
I can now. Thank you, sir. You were not on air. Thank you, sir.
You know, this gentleman, the Bhole Baba, is actually a scandal. because he's actually dividing the society with, we have rich Babas, we have for the rich caste, we have Babas for the lower caste. And this is extremely unfortunate. This is being accentuated by such Babas. In this particular case, this Baba was fully cognizant of what is going to happen, because everywhere he has gone, when he's drawing crowds, the arrangements have never been up to the mark. And that is why it was always a stampede in waiting.
Yeah.
In this respect, I'm shocked why his name was not put in the FIR and why he was not arrested immediately. But I am very, very sure. Another thing, Arnab, the judicial inquiry does not preclude any kind of arrest, because the FIR is running parallel. The judicial inquiry does not stop any investigation. So it is about time that the police arrest this Baba, because this is extremely important to bring clear evidence.
Yeah, Mr. Trivedi, I think I'll take a couple of calls to get you a sense of how people are feeling. Samir is calling from Mumbai. Samir, you're watching the developments out here. 2 lakh people were present in the satsang pandal. The SDM had not cleared this kind of a number, and no FIR, not even once has this particular individual been named. Your thoughts, Samir, from Mumbai, please.
Yeah,
Samir.
Yeah. Can I give 2 examples, Arnab?
Yes, Samir.
Yeah, I had tweeted a post in 2020 saying that Arnab Goswami is an international smuggler, giving 800 rupees per cable subscriber to individual households in Mumbai. But to my shock, I found out that the guy who Sachin Vazai turned out to be a murderer. It was extremely shocking. The second example is that when the 93 bomb blast happened, we all were waiting for Daddy to come home at 5 o'clock. But till 8:30, he did not come home. So it was very terrifying
Samir, I'm not being able to comprehend exactly what you're saying. Perhaps I'm missing something. I'll get back to you in a minute. I come back to that question here. Karan, you see, the questions are far more serious. And that's why even with the last caller, I'm not allowing any, this is not a time to joke or be sarcastic.
Yes.
We are dealing with a serious issue. I think Yogi Adityanath should really have the tough approach and act, because people are watching him everywhere now. He can't keep waiting for the investigation to be over.
He's had the tough approach. Yes. Yes, he's missed a bus here in the sense that the FIR should have mentioned the Godman, but otherwise, he's hit the road running. This is a departure from what we used to happen, Arnab, in the past where we had such instances.
How do you say he's hit the
road running? Back then, I remember in 2013.
How do you say he's hit the road running?
Of course, he's ordered a judicial probe already. He's tried to fix responsibility. Arnab, I remember those days. Arnab, I remember those days in 2013 when Muzaffarnagar riots happened, and we used to have those Safai Mahotsav.
No, you are just using this.
We used to have those people in relief camps shivering, and ministers used to have a nice time in Safai Mahotsav. So at least this is a departure from there. I am telling you this much.
Karan, listen. I was the one who sent my investigative reporters and questioned the Sci-Fi Mahotsav in which I think Salman Khan was dancing. My question is not that. My question is, having taken that position, how can you be quiet when there's not even an FIR against this man, Ratnakar Tripathi? We must be fair.
He is not quiet, Arnab. He is ordered an SIT probe. That is what we were asking for yesterday. He is delivered on that. He is ordered an SIT probe, and you know Yogi Adityanath. We all know him. He will not spare anyone. He will not spare anyone.
Has he been even questioned? He's probably sitting there in his luxurious ashram right now.
He should be questioned. He is the culprit. He should be questioned.
Should be is another matter.
It's a matter of time. Yes, we are all not going to keep calm. He should be nabbed. He will be nabbed.
Please let me complete without any intervention, right? You tell me one thing. Yogi Adityanath ji came here. He categorically said कि सेवादार लोगों का है. उसके बाद he said there is a conspiracy. Isn't he trying to guide the probe? And you just tell me, Dr. Goswami, one thing. I keep my political alliance aside.
We do have a break. Yeah.
127 people died. And this person, Bhole Baba, which we are saying, is still absconding. And everybody is saying, Akhilesh Yadav ke संग फोटो है. अरे भाई, वो आदमी कौन था तब राजकोट में जिसने कहा कि
शरद जी,
बापू ना चरणों में नतमस्तक थई ना हूं कहूं छू તમારા આપના આશીર્વાદ આપણા પ્રેરણા સામર્થ્ય છે તો should I say कि Narendra Modi ji was hobnobbing with rapists? I don't believe so. Don't term it like that. Why shouldn't Yogi Adityanath take action? Why hasn't he
Mr.
taken
Trivedi, I'll
action
give you
yet?
one last chance to respond
Had I
to
been
this
there, my house
question as the pressure builds on taking, legitimate pressure builds on taking action against this self-styled Godman, because we must understand there is no separate criminal procedure code for Godman. I hear you. Can I get a response from Mr. Trivedi, please?
I do not want to politicize. I can give 100 examples.
You have already politicized it,
in
Mr.
1984,
Trivedi.
in Kumbh Mela, 500 people died. I was myself present there. Who was hanged? Who was
you are drawing a parallel there.
You are drawing a very serious situation where people have died. We are going to nail the responsibility. We are going to. We are going to ensure that
why people have chosen you.
This is not a time
to say that 500 people died in Kumbh. So you have a right to be on the bodies of 127 people.
No.
Why the ashram is not bulldozed? Why the ashram is not bulldozed yet?
There is a
Why
division
the
in
three
Gujarat.
ashrams are not bulldozed yet? Why is it not covering him? Why you don't giving him
We need an inquiry to nail the blame.
He is not in the FIR.
I think I will only conclude this by saying, while we can raise questions, while we can see, Mr. Tripathi, the way the things stand on this case, he is being protected not because he's a Godman, but because he's a Godman who is seen to be able to influence votes. B, the administration is unclear what instructions are coming from Lucknow. Therefore, Lucknow must give a clear instruction. When you say we'll set up an SIT, the administration will not do anything till the SIT completes its job. The messaging is very wrong. He's not even been called in for questioning.